Welcome to our video series on managing problems, where we explore practical systems for emotional predictability and effective problem solving. In this first part, we'll introduce the core concepts and set the stage for developing skills that help you navigate life's challenges. Whether you're facing daily stressors or more significant emotional hurdles, understanding how to manage problems is a vital step toward emotional well-being. Throughout this journey, you'll learn to recognize problems, assess your emotional intensity, and apply structured steps to address issues constructively. Let's begin by outlining what you can expect from this training and how it will benefit your everyday life. Before diving into problem management, it's important to set a clear agenda. This session will guide you through the process of completing the best scale, recording your scores, and reviewing your progress. We'll also introduce relaxation techniques to help you prepare mentally for the work ahead. By establishing a routine, you create a foundation for consistency and growth. This agenda ensures that each session is purposeful and that you have measurable ways to track your development. Remember, managing problems is not just about finding solutions, it's about building habits that support emotional stability. Relaxation is a crucial first step in managing problems, especially when emotions run high. Taking time to breathe, center yourself, and calm your mind can make a significant difference in how you approach challenges. In this segment, we'll explore simple relaxation techniques that you can use before engaging in problem-solving activities. These practices help lower emotional intensity, making it easier to think clearly and make better decisions. By incorporating relaxation into your routine, you set yourself up for more effective problem management and emotional resilience. Understanding your emotional intensity is key to managing problems effectively. The emotional intensity continuum is a tool that helps you identify where you are emotionally at any given moment. By regularly checking in with yourself and noting your emotional state, you gain valuable insight into how your feelings influence your actions. This awareness allows you to intervene early, using skills to lower intensity before making important decisions. We'll walk you through how to use the continuum and why it's such a powerful resource for emotional self-management. Make progress in managing problems, it's important to monitor the skills you use. The Skills Monitoring Card is a practical tool for tracking which strategies you apply throughout the week. By reflecting on your actions, you can identify patterns, celebrate successes, and pinpoint areas for improvement. This process encourages accountability and helps you stay focused on your goals. We'll explain how to use the card effectively and how it fits into your overall problem management system. Distraction is a valuable skill when emotional intensity is high. In this segment, we'll review the different ways you can distract yourself to lower emotional arousal. Whether it's engaging in a hobby, taking a walk, or connecting with a friend, distraction helps create the space you need to regain control. We'll discuss how to choose the right distraction for your situation and how to use this skill as part of your overall problem management strategy. Growth happens both inside and outside of structured sessions. That's why homework assignments are a key part of this program. You'll be asked to complete worksheets for at least 2 problems during the week, estimate your emotional intensity at different times, and reflect on your experiences. These tasks are designed to reinforce the skills you learn and help you apply them in real-life situations. By committing to these assignments, you take an active role in your own development. How do you know when you're effectively managing problems? It's about more than just solving issues. It's about recognizing problems, considering long-term consequences, and being flexible in your responses. Effective problem managers practice new skills, replace harmful habits, and take responsibility for their actions without being consumed by guilt or shame. In this scene, we'll highlight the key indicators that show you're on the right track and how to continue building these essential skills. Let's take a moment to reflect on Portia Nelson's autobiography in 5 short chapters. This powerful metaphor illustrates the journey from falling into the same problem repeatedly to finally choosing a new path. Each chapter represents a stage in self-awareness and growth, from denial and helplessness to recognition, change, and ultimately mastery. This story reminds us that learning from our experiences is a process, and each step brings us closer to managing problems more effectively. Managing problems is a skill that goes beyond simply solving issues. It's about handling the emotional intensity that comes with them. When emotions are high, decisions made in the heat of the moment often lead to more problems. The key is to manage your emotional response first, then address the actual situation. This approach helps reduce the impact of emotional episodes on yourself and those around you, leading to healthier relationships and better outcomes. When faced with a challenge, you're actually managing 2 problems: the emotional intensity triggered by the situation and the situation itself. The first step is to lower your emotional intensity through distancing and distraction. Only after you've calmed down should you tackle the actual problem. This 2-step approach ensures that your decisions are thoughtful and effective, rather than reactive and potentially harmful. Distancing and distracting are essential techniques for lowering emotional intensity. When you notice your emotions rising, step back from the situation and engage in activities that shift your focus. This could be anything from listening to music to going for a walk. The goal is to create enough space between you and the problem so that you can return to it with a clearer mind. We'll share practical examples of how to use these skills in everyday life. Once your emotional intensity has decreased, it's time to communicate your situation. This involves completing an emotional intensity continuum or worksheet, where you describe your feelings, thoughts, and physical sensations. Sharing this information with a reinforcement team member can provide valuable perspective and support. Clear communication helps you understand the problem more fully and prepares you for the next steps in problem management. Any problems are made worse by distorted or negative thinking. After communicating your situation, take time to identify any thinking errors and challenge them. This might involve questioning assumptions, looking for evidence, or considering alternative viewpoints. By addressing distorted thoughts, you may find that the problem is not as severe as it first appeared, or that it can be managed more easily than you thought. Once you've addressed distorted thoughts, it's time to list the problems you still need to manage. Be concise, describe each problem in 10 words or less. This clarity helps you focus on what can be changed and prevents you from feeling overwhelmed. Remember, not every issue needs to be solved at once. Prioritizing and defining problems clearly is a crucial step in effective problem management. Trying to solve too many problems at once can be counterproductive. Instead, choose one problem to work on at a time. Understand the who, what, where, how, and why of the issue and focus only on what can be observed. This approach increases your chances of success and helps you build confidence as you see progress. Will guide you through the process of selecting and defining a manageable problem. With your problem clearly defined, the next step is to describe the solution you want. Think about what would make a happy ending, both in an ideal world and in a realistic scenario. The solution should be specific and focused on your own behavior, not dependent on others changing. This clarity gives you a target to aim for and helps you organize your actions in a positive direction. Now it's time to brainstorm possible actions to reach your solution. Let your creativity flow, list as many ideas as you can without judging them at this stage. The goal is to generate a wide range of options, even if some seem impractical at first. This process opens up new possibilities and helps you discover approaches you might not have considered otherwise. After brainstorming, go back and list the advantages and disadvantages of each action. This evaluation helps you eliminate options that aren't feasible or acceptable and focus on those most likely to succeed. By weighing pros and cons, you make more informed decisions and increase your chances of achieving your desired outcome. With your options evaluated, it's time to choose one action to carry out. This decision should be based on what is most realistic and likely to lead to success. Remember, it's better to take one small, manageable step than to attempt too much at once. We'll discuss how to make this choice and prepare for the next phase of your plan. A well-structured action plan is essential for turning your chosen action into reality. List the specific steps you'll take, along with reminders and positive affirmations to keep you motivated. Organize the steps in order and think about what will help you follow through. This plan serves as your roadmap, guiding you toward your solution with clarity and confidence. Before putting your plan into action, take time to rehearse it in your mind. Visualize each step, practice alone, and if possible, rehearse with a supportive team member. This mental preparation increases your confidence and helps you anticipate any challenges. By rehearsing, you set yourself up for a smoother and more successful execution. Now it's time to put your plan into action. Follow the steps you've outlined, using reminders and positive statements to stay on track. Remember, progress is more important than perfection. If you encounter obstacles, don't be discouraged. Every effort brings you closer to your goal. We'll share tips for staying motivated and overcoming setbacks. After carrying out your plan, take time to review the results. Reflect on what worked, what didn't, and what you learned from the experience. Discuss your progress with a reinforcement team member and be open to making changes if needed. This review process helps you refine your approach and prepares you for future challenges. Managing problems is an ongoing process. If the problem persists, revisit your plan, adjust your expectations, and try a different solution if necessary. Each cycle of problem management builds your skills and resilience, making it easier to handle future challenges. Remember, persistence and adaptability are key to long-term success. Let's recap the steps for managing problems. 1. Distance and distract if emotional intensity is high. 2. Communicate your situation. 3. List and challenge distorted thoughts. 4. List problems. 5. Choose one problem. 6. Describe your desired solution. 7. Brainstorm actions. 8. Evaluate options. 9. Choose an action. 10. Write an action plan. 11. Rehearse and carry out the plan. 12. Review and adjust as needed. Following these steps consistently leads to better outcomes and greater emotional stability. Worksheets are valuable tools for organizing your thoughts and tracking your progress. By documenting events, emotions, physical sensations, thoughts, filters, action urges, and behaviors, you gain a comprehensive view of your experience. This structured reflection helps you identify patterns and make more informed decisions. We'll show you how to use these worksheets to maximize your growth. Key aspect of managing problems is taking responsibility for your actions and decisions. This means accepting mistakes without being consumed by shame or guilt, and recognizing that doing your best is always enough. By embracing responsibility, you empower yourself to make positive changes and move forward with confidence. As Richard Nelson said, there may be more to learn from climbing the same mountain 100 times than by climbing 100 different mountains. Each experience offers valuable lessons, even if it feels repetitive. By reflecting on your journey and applying what you've learned, you continue to grow and improve your problem management skills. Congratulations on completing part 1 of managing problems. You've learned a structured approach to handling emotional intensity and solving challenges in a healthy, effective way. As you move forward, continue practicing these skills, using worksheets and seeking support when needed. Remember, managing problems is a journey, not a destination. Each step you take brings you closer to greater emotional predictability and resilience. Stay committed and you'll see positive changes in all areas of your life.